far as defense, I think we've built that mentality that we'll do whatever it takes to try to get stops on anybody, and I think this, creates a situation where we have to play, above our athleticism, above our talent, and just come together as a team and stop a team that's, on paper and probably on the court just much more high-powered than we are.
Make no mistake, though, these are exactly the kind of games Brian Ray covets as a coach. The ones that allow him to challenge his team's collective grit because they are an underdog or because they're playing against the Division I bound opponent like Keokuk guard Johnny Dahl.
We've tried to play a lot of those type of kids. I mean, we played against Matt Costello, who's a starter at Michigan State. When I take our kids to Hope College, we played against them and beat a Bay City Western team of school like 1,500 kids. And we've played against Otto Porter. We've played against a lot of great kids. So Johnny Dahl is a great player, and I just think it gives us a barometer of where we're at. Really, what are you accomplishing if you're always trying to take the easy way out and find teams that you can beat or compete with? I mean, we want to try to play the best. It's not an arrogance thing or anything like that. We just want to continuously challenge ourselves to get better, because that's what we're striving for, is success.
What we do know is that the Indians have historically been successful in this shootout, ever since they first jumped in as a last-second weather fill-in and beat Quincy Notre Dame a few years back. Perhaps the first real sign of the trajectory the Indians would take under Brian Ray.
I know that we're not favored. I know that, every time we step on the floor, people still kind of chuckle and wonder, how do these guys win? They don't have size. They jump really well. They're not, extremely quick. But I think that's what these kids enjoy, is, trying to go out there and prove some people wrong. And, this venue has been great for us and our fans. And I think probably that, on a whim, taking on QND when they had a really good team and being able to come out with a win, I think that kind of propelled us to, what we've become in the last few years. We also seem to do pretty decent against teams that we don't know a ton about. The familiarity thing, a thing like Liberty, playing them 4 or 5 times a year, you can never, no matter the records, you can never get away from a close game between Payson and Liberty, and I think they enjoy getting a new opponent.
And they've also grown a lot despite some scheduling adversity.
When you play 20 games in a season, up to this point 21 games, and only 2 have been at home, I mean, I'm pretty impressed, actually, if you think about the losses that we've had, who they've been to and where they've been, and only having 5 losses